In this vision, I was in the city of New York, and I was prophesying to a Christian lady and telling her that God has heard her prayers concerning her unsaved son. Next, I saw these very dark, demonic-looking cloud-like things hovering above the city. And when the Christian woman saw them, she started freaking out, and I had to console her. I have never seen anything like these things before in my life. It looked like years of accumulated sins of the people in New York had formed these massive cloud-like things. They were pure evil, whatever they were. Next, I was being lifted up out of the city and was slowly gliding across the sky when I started to see lots of debris, which was made up of hundreds of thousands of motor vehicles building up behind buildings and bridges due to the rapid rising waters that was going into the city. As I was slowly ascending out of the city, I could see that this flood had caught the people off guard, and many of them were stuck in traffic, on the overpasses and on the bridges where the water quickly arose until it overtook them. The roads were packed with bumper-to-bumper traffic when the sea came in. Many people were washed away in their cars, and death was everywhere, and the sight of it all made me sick. Now I saw that what was happening in New York was also happening in other places around the world, where I was instantaneously transported elsewhere, and saw tsunamis washing over other countries around the globe and killing many people. I was placed in a situation where we had to run for our lives from the incoming waves, but it came in suddenly and caught us off guard, and so many who were running with us died. After we ran to a distance, I saw a couple of survivors who were traumatized and in shock, and I began to gather them together and encourage them to continue further inland because more waves are coming in. I remember that it was about 7 of us of different races, and I huddled them together and prayed for them. I prayed and asked the Lord to cover them under His blood and to protect them from the spreading disease or epidemic that was happening at the same time. While I was still praying, we started to see search and rescue teams with flashlights, wearing these bright orange vests, looking for survivors, and they found us and took us to safety. When I got to their camp, I found out that they were rationing food, for I was handed a sheet of paper on a clipboard so that I could sign up for food. I remember that each of us was allowed to get only one of whatever they were serving, and the guy told me that a drink that had cost only $1 before the disaster now costs like $100. And that was the end of the vision. Beloved sisters and brothers in Christ, I believe that the Lord is continuously showing us these future events so that we may intercede on behalf of the millions of unsaved souls who will die in these coming calamities. The cities will be destroyed, that is set, and cannot be changed. But the amount of souls that will be lost can be changed through our continuous combined prayers. For prayer changes things, and nothing, I mean nothing, is too hard for the Lord. The Lord bless and keep you. Love you always.